Hi everyone, I'm JT Pilot and today I'll be making another video. This time I'll be going over the new engine models April 2023 releases hints and I'll be making predictions based off of those hints. So today engine models has dropped their new hints. It is a massive set. 40 models in this. Yes, there's 40 models. I mean, I kind of predicted that would happen, but 40 models, lots of models from all over the world based off the hints. There's lots of exciting models in here. These two models right here, I just picked some random ones throughout the set. I want to leave some surprises for you guys that haven't seen the hints yet, so there are some good surprises. But yes, there's lots of exciting models and hints this month, and yes, so these are the hints. They're not, and yes, and my predictions aren't the official releases. Those are just I'm just making predictions based off the hints. So yes, I'm back making YouTube videos, and I'll provide a channel update at the end of this video. Yes, I'll be making some more videos besides the hints/predictions videos. Stay tuned. But anyways, let's get into it. There's lots of models this month I want to get for the predictions fairly quickly. So welcome to this premiere as well, because I know this will be a premiere video. So, alrighty, so moving on to our first model. So starting with the first model here, we have an Air China, but in 747, this registration is the B50 X-Ray 747 hint. All the 747 hints, like last month, they're all just 747 hints. They could be any NG, next generation variants, or they could be the MAX variants. There is some MAXes this month. There should be, at least. You never know. But this first hint is likely a 747-700. It's on top of the 747 hints. It's not a 747-600 though. There's no 746s this month because there's no Chinese 747-600 with this hint. So this will be an Air China 747-700. Really, the only possibility for the 747-700 could be a Dash 800. I just wanted the 700. NG has been doing a lot of Chinese 700s recently, and they have yet to do Air China. And they love doing Air China. NG has done tons of Air China models, so this model would make a lot of sense. Late spares just are free. Our next model, this one is pretty exciting for U.S. collectors, maybe. It depends what NG does. This one is registered November 9-3 X-Ray. This will likely be a Southwest aircraft. NG can't go over release without doing their Southwest release. There has to be at least one, so this is one I went with. I'm predicting this to be the Southwest 747-700 in the Lonestar 1 livery. Panda and Gemini have already done this mod. I did have both of them. I only have the Panda version now. If NG does it, I would probably replace the Panda one. I like my Panda version, but the titles are kind of misaligned on it, and the window line's high. It kind of bugs me in a way. But yes, this is a good release. I mean, this will just be an alright release. I'm not going to say this is a great release. I mean, another re-release from Southwest re-release that we don't really need. But an NG model would be killer. But there's a lot of other models I'd rather see from NG, even more Southwest aircraft, but it's probably Southwest aircraft. This is a November 9-3 hint, so it's going to be, if it's not Lonestar 1, it could be a hard blend at 747-700. The problem is that there's not another 747 Southwest hint in this release that has split skimmers, so that if NG were to do the hard livery, they'd do the split skimmers and blended winglets, but I'm not really seeing that this month. So this is probably not the hard livery. A lot of people are going to be frustrated about that, but yeah, it's just the way it is. So yeah. Other possibilities. This could be the Southwest 747-700 in the Heart livery and the Heroes of Heart Mirawaji sticker. That could be a possibility. NG's been doing a lot of obscure Southwest models recently, so I would buy that, of course. I'm a mad Southwest collector, so of course I would get it. Yeah, so I got, something new in this video, which you guys haven't noticed, besides the font is different. I have put over likely possibilities actually on the slide, so if you guys, because I put some extra possibilities that could be possible, so you guys don't get surprised when my prediction is different once NG announces them. So that's what I did. So first possibility is the meteorology sticker version right there. Second possibility, I could really well see a Delta 747-900 ER, and which is the new Lion Air. I could also see the Delta 747-900 ER. They're brand new 739s, or they're used 747-900s from Lion Air. So Delta has recently acquired a few former Lion Air 747-900s. And yes, they have retained mostly the Lion Air, Lion Air seats on them. So mostly retain the Lion Air configuration. So yes. And their first aircraft, I do believe that went into service was November 935 Delta Zulu. Delta Zulu right there. Delta mainly uses these routes on shorter, high demand routes out of Atlanta, Georgia. I believe they fly them like Panama City is one, Pensacola. There's another one too they fly them to, but that could also be a possibility. NG hasn't done a Delta 747 in a while, and there's been a good demand for re-release, and it would be perfect for NG to do this one, just because this aircraft also has a different, overall different configurations, and I believe the exit doors are different on it too, so that'd be a really cool model for NG to release. I'd definitely get it. I would love to have another Delta 739 from NG, so Yes, and the third possibility for this model is the Alaska, but it's for some reason Schmack's in either the Orca livery or in the what's the other one? Or the Kraken's livery. Those two could be possibilities. Only reason I have them lower just because this hints towards the top of the hints list, and normally the maxes are on the bottom, which you'll see later on in this video. And yeah, but it could be a normal livery Alaska Max line as well. Definitely would go for that as well. But this hint is looking, I guess, pretty good. As long as it's not a Southwest one, it's actually looking pretty good. So yeah, that's it for that hint. Moving on to our next hint. This one is extremely exciting for most Canadian collectors and United States collectors. This one's registered Charlie Foxtrot X-Ray X-Ray. This will likely be either a WestJet 747-700, a Flair 747 MAX 8, a Lynx Air MAX 8, Air Canada MAX 8, or a Canadian North 747-700. I'd definitely buy all this. Maybe not the Air Canada since I already had the really great Gemini one, but WestJet 747-700. This one's been highly requested. It's going to be perfect model. Definitely go for it. Be great for my Canadian collection and for Jacksonville since I have a Sun airport. A Flair Max 8 would be even better, which is also highly likely to come out. If this hint is not the WestJet 747-700, it'll likely be the Flair Max 8. Definitely go for the Flair Max 8. It's gonna be an amazing model. Cannot wait to have that model. The other possibility is a Lynx Air Max 8. That'd be even better, in my opinion, because the Lynx Air Max 8 has never been made before. The Flair Max 8 has been made by Aeroclassics once. I believe Gemini will make it sometime in the future as well, but in NG versions it's going to be superior. So, yeah, Lynx Air is a good possibility as well. Be a really great model. Definitely would go for it. I'm just saying this to be a WestJet 747-700 just because it's in the top of the hints. It's been in really high demand, and yeah, I've been seeing collectors have been requesting this model for quite a long time since NG has announced their 747-700 mold. It's been almost 2 years, so yeah. Yeah, another possibility is a Canadian North Boeing 747-700. Canadian North has recently taken delivery of some former WestJet 747-700s as well. NG could do that just for fun for the Canadian collectors, but that's more of a good exclusive retailer model than an NG release. But you never know, NG likes doing obscure models, so this hint, like this parent for this one, is only free just because of all the possibilities. But this is a really exciting hint, and just it's gonna be one that it's gonna be one I'm really excited to see from NG. Our next model, this one's registered Hotel Lima 8 X-Ray X-Ray X-Ray. This will likely be a Korean Air Boeing 747 MAX 8. It's not a Korean Air 747 Schneider. NG has already done all three, and they said they won't do any more, so it's not that model. We can cross that one off right off the list. So this could be several other things. Could be a normal Korean Air Boeing 747 Standard. This is a normal livery. Could be a Jeju Air Boeing 747 Standard, or a T-Way Airlines Boeing 747 Standard. All those are possibilities. I went with the Korean MAX 8 just because this is a newly unveiled aircraft, and NG loves doing newly unveiled aircraft. So yes, like Korean has recently taken delivery of their MAX 8, so this would be a great release for NG to do so. And I really like NG's MAX model. It's definitely the best MAX model in the 1-400 market. So place here for this model will just be a free just because of all the possibilities, but still, I'm somewhat confident about this one. The first few hints I'm not as confident about than the ones later on this video. These ones are kind of hard. Moving on to our next one. This one is another really exciting hint. This one's from 55 X-Ray X-Ray X-Ray. This would be the Alaska Airlines, but in 747-800 in the Salmon 30 Salmon livery. So, or Salmon 30 Salmon livery. Say it right. So this aircraft, this one's been highly requested. I've seen a lot of requests from U.S. collectors for this model. I definitely buy it. I really like the livery overall. It's really cool to have a fish livery. It's for a good cause anyway, so definitely, I'm definitely gonna go for this model. Gemini has done this model before, not recently. I was about to say recently, but Gemini has done this model before when it had blended winglets, but that's a long time ago in an older mold. So this model would be a good release from NG. Definitely would go for it. It'd be great for my Alaska Airlines special livery collection. So this model is pretty likely, I'd say. Like here's a low 4. This thing can't really be anything else. Could be a Salva's hard blended stuff for some Senator. One of the recently purchased ones. Recently purchased used ones. It could be one of those, but I'm just going to say this would be the 730 Salmon livery. So that'd be a really cool model. Yeah, really cool model for NG to make. Definitely go for that. Second model I'll be purchasing for this month. There's a lot of models I'm purchasing for this month. So yeah. Alright, this one is actually a really exciting hit in my opinion. This one's 5 Yankee X-Ray X-Ray. It'll be a Kenya Airlines, but it's an African model. Yes, this release has 40 models, and there's models from all over the world. Great to see diversity is on point this month. This is actually a really good set of hints. So this hint is a Kenya hint. Yeah, Kenya hint, which is unusual. We don't ever see models being made from Africa in 1-400, so Yeah, Kenya Airways by Surfree Sonar Stranger is likely from this hand. This could also be a Kenya Airways by Surfree Sonar Stranger or a SkyTeam Surfree Sonar Stranger. There's only one of these this month, one of these Kenyan hints this month, so it's likely just going to be a Surfree Sonar Stranger. That makes the most sense. So, at least there will be a fork. What a great release there from NG. Moving on to the next set of models, these are all retro Tango Foxtrot Indigo X-Ray X-Ray. I believe this to be Ice and Airbus Surfree Sonar Max 8. There's 4 of them, so I believe one to be the light blue tail, the magenta tail, the light green tail, and the yellow tail. So these are going to be great NG releases. I likely will be purchasing at least 2 of them, and I will replace my Gemini version. Gemini version is good, but the NG molds is better. So these can only really be Ice and Airbus Surfree Sonar Max 8s. That's really the only possibility. It could be Max 9s, but since there's 4 of them, it makes sense for NG to just do all 4 tails, because there's 4 different color tails. So ones I'll like be going for, I likely will get the magenta one. I really like that tail. Maybe the blue version replace the Gemini one, or even the yellow tail. I really like the yellow tail as well, so I'll probably get the magenta and yellow tail to go alongside my Gemini one, or outright replace my Gemini one. So great releases here. European collectors will enjoy them, and American collectors will enjoy them. There's lots of European models this month once again, so that's good to see. A lot of you guys have been complaining recently. There's actually good releases in here, so it's great. And yeah. These are Max 9s as well. I would definitely buy at least one of the Max 9s, but I don't think it's going to be the Max 9, though. If it was just the Max 9 or Max 9 and Max 8, I would say they released 6 hints, but there's only 4, so yeah. Alright, moving on to our Seoul 747 SP this month. This one's registered Victor Hotel X-Ray X-Ray. Actually, this is an Australian Asia Airlines, but in 747 SP, or just the regular final livery Qantas one. I went with this unique airline just because this is a unique hybrid livery. NG loves doing hybrid liveries, especially with their Buchanan Models brand. So this is going to be a pretty good model. Retro collectors will enjoy it. So I'm giving this model a 4. This is a pretty pretty cool retro model. NG loves doing these hybrid liveries. That's all I gotta really say about that. But good Australian release there. Moving on to our next models. These are all Boeing 777s. There's lots of them this month. Lots of them. But this first one's retro. This one's the least exciting one. There's a lot of exciting ones. This one's retro Bravo 20 X-Ray X-Ray. I believe this to be the China Sovereign, but 777 is free entry art in the World Scale Shanghai livery. So this is a newly unveiled livery. NG loves doing these, and this, it makes sense. And NG loves doing special Chinese liveries. So this could also be a normal livery China Sovereign Boeing 777 free entry art. I kind of doubt that, but it could be. Or it could be the Air China Love China Boeing 777 free entry art. I'm just going with this special livery because this seems like a model NG would do. Really colorful aircraft, and yes, and NG hasn't done a lot of Chinese 777s yet, so prime opportunity to do one. Especially a beautiful one. That's a pretty good release there. NG's 777 was just alright. A lot of people have been complaining about it recently. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer and complain about it like other people, but there's some issues with it. But that's all I gotta say. But other than that, it's a pretty solid mold. It's not stopping me from buying them. They're good. It's a good mold, and yeah. Alright, moving on to our next set of hints. These are all November 7 X hints. So the first November 7 X hint, which is a November, there should be 2 7s there. Sorry. I believe this will be a United Airlines, but a 777 Junior, this 209 ER in the Evil Blue livery. Number 777 Uniform Alpha. I definitely go for this one. It's a beautiful aircraft, and this is the first ever 777, so I believe NG will at least release number 777 Uniform Alpha this month. They're definitely going to release that aircraft this month. And one livery is yet to be determined yet. Likely to be Evil Blue, but they could do a Battleship Gray one, but I'm not too sure, but I'm going to say it would be the Evil Blue livery. So yeah, other possibilities for this thing could be an American Chrome 777 Junior. If they were to do an American Chrome, it'll only be 2 777, only 2 United States 777 hits, but there's more than 2. You'll see that. So this could also be United Tulips Boeing 777 Junior or United Battleship Gray 777 Junior, like we discussed a few moments ago. So our next 2 hints, this one is a November 7.5 X-Ray X-Ray hint, and this one is a November 7.4 X-Ray X-Ray hint. I believe that the first one would be United Boeing 777 Junior in the Continental Globe livery, just a normal one there. Yeah, 90 ER once again, and I believe they'll be NG will release the United Boeing 777 Junior in the Continental livery with the mismatched engine cover. So this will be a really cool hybrid livery model that NG could do. NG loves doing these niche aircraft, and yes, and this model has these 777s have been requested before, and a lot of American fighters will be excited for them. So for me, I'll probably just go with the Evil Blue livery. I'm not too keen on getting a bunch of Continental Globe aircraft. I'll get a few, but I don't really need several of them. The other 2 are tempting. This mismatched engine cover one is also tempting. Kind of a little niche model that I could add in my collection, but I probably won't go for that. So, yeah. So, yes. Yeah, 777 likely be the 5th or 6th model I'll be purchasing from this month. So, a lot of smalls I'll be purchasing, but these are really exciting United States 777 hits. That's all I can really say. Really good. Yeah. And yeah, moving on to our next set of 777s. I mean, come on now. More Qatar Airways. I'm not really too impressed with NG. NG needs to stop releasing them. There's too many. So we got 2 more Qatar Airways 777s. Yeah, they're not doing any other aircraft type from Qatar. More 777s. So this one's registered Alpha Bravo X-Ray X-Ray blah blah blah. This one will likely be the Qatar Airlines, but 777 Junior LR in the regular livery, and one in the 25 years of excellence livery as well. So yeah, these will likely be some more Qatar 777s. I'm going with the 777-200 LR this time around. NG has yet to release them, and NG does have a 777-200 LR mold they have yet to use yet. So, as I should say, a passenger mold. They've used their cargo version, but they've never used the passenger mold yet. So yeah. So this hen could be several other models. It could be a Qatar Cargo 777-200 F, the normal livery, or one in the Moved by People livery. Those ones are pretty good possibilities as well. Would not doubt if NG chooses to do those, but NG has been doing a lot of passenger Qatar aircraft, so I'm just going with the passenger models. So this could also be a Qatar Boeing 777-300ER in just the retro livery. NG has yet to do that one as well. So yeah, or it could be a 777-200 LR in the white livery or in the FIFA World Cup livery. I'm gonna say they're not gonna do the FIFA World Cup one, just because the FIFA World Cup's been over. So I don't think it'd be a good idea for NG to release it. But who knows, and they could actually probably release it. I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah. So that's it for those hints. Moving on to our next 2 hints, we got... Alright, sorry, next 3 hints. These are actually exciting. So this one's registered Golf Yankee X-Ray X-Ray X-Ray. I believe these will be British Airways when 777-200ER. So I believe one will be in the new livery with the crown, one will be in the Oneworld livery, and one will be in the Festival of Creativity livery. So these are going to be great NG models releases here. So yeah, these are going to be great NG models releases. So NG has already done a British Airways 777-200ER before, but that did not have the crown on it. So yeah, they have done the non-crown one, and have done a Utopia tail one as well. So yeah, so they have yet to do the normal livery with the crown, so that'd be a great release there. I already have the other NG release. I probably won't go for the small. I could go for it and replace my other one, but it's not really worth it. It's not really worth it to me. But yeah, so that's going to be a pretty good release there. A lot of people have been requesting just the normal livery model with the crown, so that would make sense for NG to do. And yeah, these could only be British Airways 777-200s. There's no other possibility for this set. So yes, the Oneworld model is kind of predictable because British Airways has recently announced a Oneworld 777-200ER, so it only makes sense for NG to release one. Gemini has that on their future release. If you want a really good mold, I'd wait for the Gemini one, because that should be on the JC Wings mold. But if you're a diehard NG collector, you should probably go for this model. So NG 777 mold's still good though, but if you don't mind waiting a few more months, I get the Gemini one. But this is still gonna be a good release fast. So yeah, and the other one is the British Airways 777-200ER in the Great Festival of Creativity delivery. Pretty good release there. Yeah, as far as NG hasn't released it yet, and be a perfect opportunity for them to release it because there's 3 of these British 777 hits. And alrighty, so moving on to our next model. This one's registered Victor Tango X Alpha X-Ray X-Ray X-Ray. I believe these 2 will be Air India Boeing 777-200. So there's 2 of these, so I believe one will be in the regular livery, and one will be in the Mahan Gandhi livery as well. So NG have been doing like Air India models recently. They have done the pair of A319s and 77-8s. They've done those in one in normal livery, and they've done one of each in the normal livery and one of each in the Gandhi livery. So it makes sense for NG to do it on the 777-200 LRs. The reason I like the 777-200 LR just because it allowed for NG to do this pairing again, because Air India does not have a 777-300 with the Gandhi tail, so I just went with the pair of 777-200 LRs for NG to make. So the one I chose up here is a former Delta one, which I would not doubt if NG releases, because Air India has recently taken delivery of former Delta 777-200 LR, so it would make sense for NG to release at least one. It's probably been requested, so yeah. So legs being for both smells are just a 4. Moving on to our final 777. This one's registered Romeo Alpha 73 X-Ray. Actually, I believe this will be an Aeroflot, but in 777-300ER, just a normal Aeroflot one. Nothing too special here. This is a meh version release. Nothing too special there. Sorry about that. I get some water. Yeah, my throat's starting to get a little dry. And yeah, moving on to our next set of models, which should be some 787. So this first one's registered 9er Victor Oscar X-Ray X-Ray. This will be a Scoot Airlines, but it's 787-8. NG has done a plethora of 787-9s, but they yet to do a Scoot 787-8. So that's what this model will likely be. That's an alright release there. So Yeah, Scoot's not really a good airline, but it's all right for collectors in that region. Moving on to the next one, this one will likely be another 77-8. So NG have been using your 77-8 mold pretty well. This one's registered Foxtrot, Oscar, X-Ray, X-Ray, X-Ray. This will be an Air Austral, but 77-8, pretty good French release there. So only possibility for that release really. So light speed is a high 4, low 5. Alright, moving on to the next one. This one's registered Victor, November, Alpha, X-Ray, X-Ray, X-Ray. This will be a Vietnam Airlines, but 787-9. NG has done a pair of Vietnam 77-10s recently, so they have yet to do the 77-9, so really the only possibility for this here. This could also be a Bamboo 77-9 re-release, but NG's already released a Bamboo 77-9 before, so this will likely just be a normal livery Vietnam Airlines, but 77-9. Moving on to our next, and this one's Retro Juliet Alpha 9 X-Ray, X-Ray, X-Ray. This will be the ANA, but 77-9. This is a re-release, so this 10 could only be an ANA 77-9 or a -10. NG has recently re-released a 77-10, and they have released a 77-9 before. So so NG will likely just re-release the 77-9 because that was released still a longer time ago than the 77-10. So it would make sense for NG to do re-release of it. Last time a normal livery ANA 77-9 was released from NG was around September 2019. It's been a few years, about 4 years. So yeah, this will be a great, it'll be a pretty good NG release. I may go for it, probably not, but I may go for it. So yeah. All right, moving on to our next aircraft. This one's registered Bravo 17 X-Ray, X-Ray, X-Ray. This will likely be the EVA Airways, but 77 and Star Alliance livery. I predicted this model so many times, NG has yet to release it, but it's time for them to release it because they have done a regular livery EVA Air 77-9, and they've done a regular livery EVA Air 77-10. It would make sense for them to do a Star Alliance livery version. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty good release there for Taiwanese collectors. Moving on to some Airbuses, so there's lots of Boeings this month. The Boeing models alone make up 30 miles of this release. That is just crazy, right? So moving on to the Airbuses and the other aircrafts in this release. So our next two are registered. They're both registered Charlie, X-Ray, X-Ray, X-Ray. I believe to be Land Airbus A318. So there'll be one in the regular livery and one in the 80 Años livery. So yes, NG does have an A318 mold with the Pratt & Whitney engine. So yes, and I believe Land was the only airline that operated the A318 with these Pratt & Whitney engines. So it'd be really cool, unique for this from NG to make. It's highly predictable though that NG will make a release of this aircraft since they made a specific mold for this aircraft type. So yeah, these are going to be pretty good releases. Really the only possibility. NG has also released land aircraft before, so it just makes sense for them to release them this month. And lots of South American collectors will be excited for these models, so lots of good models this month. NG's really killing it on the diversity. So moving on to our next aircraft. This one's our sole A320 this month. Yeah, pretty unfortunate, but what can you do? This one's retro Victor Hotel X-Ray, X-Ray, X-Ray. This will be a Jetstar Airlines, which is A320 Junior with Sharklet. So NG has recently done the Finstiff version, so it's about time for them to do the Sharklet version. So this will be another good Australian model. Not much else to really say about it, but yeah. Where's the United States A320s? Like, where's the Delta, United, and American A320s? Where are those, NG? It's just sad they haven't released any this month, or any United States Airlines A319s. We do not need more 747s. We really want the A319s, A320s. So yes, and there's no Frontier A320 this month. I'm really disappointed by that, but who knows? NG could have it, but I'm doubting it. I'm doubtful. All right, moving on to our next model. So moving on to our next 4 models, these are all registered Delta Alpha Tango X-Ray X-Ray. So similar situation to the Iceland Maxes. We got some Condor Airlines, which is A321 Junior. So we got one in the orange livery, one in the red livery, one in the green livery, and one in the blue livery. So NG has put these as feature releases probably a year ago, or almost a year ago, and NG has yet to release them. So it took them a while to release them, and a lot of German collectors were a lot of German collectors have been anticipating them for quite a long time. So yeah, these are going to be pretty good releases. I believe Phoenix has already released them before, and I believe Gemini has released the orange livery one. But the NG models version is just simply going to be better. The NG versions will be simply far superior. So these are going to be great aircraft from NG. And yeah, that's all I got to really say about that. Moving on to our next 2 models, these are both retro Bravo 10s. Bravo 10 X-Ray, X-Ray, X-Ray. So the first one will be a China Southern Airlines versus A321neo, and one will be the China Southern Airlines versus A321neo and the Moutai livery. So these are going to be pretty good NG releases. Yeah, more Chinese aircraft, yeah, whatever. But there's still going to be good NG releases for Chinese collectors. Yeah, these A320neos could be other airlines as well, like Janu Airlines or Shenzhen Airlines or Air China. But I just wanted to try a separate one just because NG has 2 of these Bravo 10 hints, so it makes sense for them just to do regular livery and the special livery. And the special livery hasn't been made before, and it's a fairly new Chinese special livery, so it makes sense for NG to release them. So let's wait for these models to just be A3. Moving on to our next model, which is our sole A350 this month. This one's measured for Papa Romeo Alpha X-Ray X-Ray National South American aircraft, and this will be the Azul Airbus A350-900. Light speed for this model will be A5. So I'm looking forward to this model. I'll definitely be going for this model. It'll be a great international model to have for Jacksonville. Aviation 400 also recently announced this model. I'd like to get the NG version most that has this aircraft sooner, because the Aviation 400 model, who knows when that'll arrive. So this is going to be a fabulous NG release, and I'll definitely be purchasing this model. And our final model this month is retro Hotel Zula X-Ray X-Ray X-Ray. I believe to be a Saudi Airlines L211 TriStar in this beautiful retro livery. So a lot of retro collectors will be looking for this model. It's going to be a great release there. Light speed will be a 4. So that is it for the hint/predictions video this month, everybody. So models I'll be going for. So I'd like to be getting the Zula Airbus A350-900. So that's the first model I'll be going for. And I'll likely be getting the... Maybe I'll get the ANA, but probably not, to save on money, because this is already an expensive release. Likely begin one of the Air India 777-200s, because they'll be flying them to the United States soon, so yeah, definitely be getting one of those. May get the British Air 777, but probably not. I'd like to begin one of the United 777, so that is the third model I'll be buying from this month. So I'd like to get the Eva Blue livery, may get the mismatched one as well, but probably this is the Eva Blue model for me. Likely be going for 2 of the Icelandair Maxes, so we have some rotation at Jacksonville. So I'd like to be getting the yellow tail version and the magenta tail version. We're up to 5 models to be buying from this month. It's expensive month. We'll definitely be getting the Alaska Salmon 30 livery 747-700, and I'll likely be getting the WestJet 747-700. That's the 7th model I'll be purchasing for this month, and I'll likely be getting the Lonestar 1 747-700. So 8 models this month. That is a lot of models, but yeah, so in conclusion, this is a really good set of hints from NG. This is going to be a bank-breaking set for several collectors, so yes, I'm really excited for the Alaska Salmon 30 Salmon 747-800. I'm really excited for the Icelandair Maxes, and I'm especially excited for that Canadian 747. Cannot wait to see what that will be, and I'm excited for the 777s. There's a pretty good selection this month, so that's it for this hint/predictions video. So yes. So I'm going to provide a brief channel update. So next week I'll be going on spring break, which means I should be making some new videos soon, hopefully. So yes, I will be making a Jacksonville Fictional airport update. There's lots of new changes over at Jacksonville recently. Yes, I've been keeping up my own model airports. That's great to see. I haven't made an update in quite a while, but I'll be making one of those. And yes, I may film a collection video as well, because my collection has changed a lot as well. And yes, it'd be good to do a collection video after my long break. So this video should be coming soon. And yes, if you want to see if you want to see model reviews, check out my Instagram account, which is JT_pilot_YT. Link for that is in the description below. I have lots of model reviews on there and airport shots on there. So if you missed my model reviews, I do have red ones on there with beautiful outdoor photos. So yeah, go check out my Instagram account. So yes, so this is a really good set of hints from NG. So that's all I got really say for you guys. So I'm JT Pilot. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching today, and have a wonderful day, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.